people. I'm trying to get to where I don't have too much sunlight in this video. Maybe I should have done this a little later. But, because I don't want my camera over there. So, one of the ways a narcissist try to get to you when they see that you're not feeding into their manipulative tactics, they will use anything to get a reaction out of you. And here's an example of what I'm talking about. And of course, I'm speaking on a narcissist in the workplace because they know that you have to interact with them at some time or another because you work together. But they also know that other than that, you wouldn't have like 2 words to say to them. So the narcissist, like, if you all have this really good relationship, like outside of work, if you communicated outside of work for a long time and, you know, stuff like that, you got along real good, you know a lot of personal things about each other, you know things about each other's families, you may even know one of their family members' phone numbers. So this is what the narcissist will do to get a reaction out of you. They will really try to play on your intelligence by, like, they want to know if you still have their phone number saved in your phone. So what they'll do is say things like, will you call my phone because I can't find it, and stuff like that. And I will just quickly decline, like, I don't have my phone, or I don't have service in here, it's not going to work. Just use the office phone and call your phone. You know, I'll just do things like that. Like, for every game they try to play with me, I have another one. I have a, even better game for them. I can play mind games right along with them. But who wants to live like that? Like, who wants to entertain that? Just leave people alone. If they don't want to be bothered, just leave them alone. But of course, we know when you're dealing with a narc, they don't know how to leave you alone. So they stalk you. They try to find anything to bring up to get a reaction out of you, to get a little conversation. When they see that you just ignore them, no matter what it is, they will continue to try to find something else, to get you to respond to them or hold a conversation with them. So the next thing the narcissist will do, like I say, if you have known them well enough to may even have a family member's phone number, or a mutual friend's phone number, what they'll do is like get you to, they'll ask you, can you, or no, they will get the friend to text you and say, this person say, can you give them a call? Say, for instance, if they leave work before you, they leave work like an hour before you. So they will get the mutual friend to call or text you and say, hey, if you haven't left work yet, so-and-so said, can you look and see if they shut their locker? Or something like that, or look and see if they closed their locker because they think they closed it, but they didn't lock it. I'm like, Lord, they'll look for any little thing to try to get some type of reaction or respond out of you. They will do anything, and they probably will leave the locker unlocked on purpose. Because, say for instance, if it's something that go against the guidelines at work, like strict penalties that we can face at work if we forget to do a certain thing before we leave work that day. So what they'll do is get the mutual friend to contact you if they've already left work, and they will get the mutual friend to ask you to make sure they took care of something. Because if you don't take care of this for them, since they've already left work, they're going to cover themselves. If the supervisor get on them for it the next day, they're not going to, they're going to try not to get in trouble for it. What they're going to do is say, well, I asked this person to do it for me because I know that they were still here. And if you be like, that's their way of making you respond to them. Like they trying to force some type of conversation out of you. They trying to force a reaction out of you or respond, whatever. Either way it go, that's their way of still playing mind games and still trying to stay in control of a situation that nobody wants to deal with anymore with them. So those are like two things that I just wanted to point out real quick about the narcissist. Two things that they will do to try to continue to keep the lines of communication open between the two of you, even after you like showed them clearly, like the best way possible, I'm over you, like I'm done dealing with you, I don't want to be friends anymore, I don't want to be associates, you know, I don't want to look at you, I don't want to talk to you, nothing, unless it's dealing with work. Other than that, don't get somebody at the job to come to me and say so and so said could you check and see if she shut her locker, or you know, just anything, or could you let the supervisor, oh, this is another thing, they will ask the mutual friend to ask you, can you tell the supervisor that they will be running late the next day? They would have called, but they having problems with their phone and they can't dial out. But you was able to ask the person to ask me. See, this is the type of games they play. And if you don't really be thinking about it, that will go clean over your head. Like, well, why didn't they just ask them themselves? You know, why didn't they just call the school or, you know, text the supervisor? Because our supervisor is pretty cool. I mean, she's up on new technology and texting and stuff like that, so she don't have a problem with it, you know, long as you try to communicate with her one way or the other. Don't just ignore whatever the situation is, you know, because somebody's going to be blamed for it not being taken care of. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be you. But if you spoke with somebody else, like included a third party in your situation, that's dragging somebody into something to kind of, you know, take the blame off you, so to speak, you know, to keep you from getting in trouble about it on your own, you know, all by yourself. Somebody else will be catching fire behind a mess too, or whatever. You know, it can be something so petty, something so light, you know. But like I say, this is something that they'll do. They do things like this. They will do anything to try to keep the lines of communication open between you. And they know you don't want to have nothing to do with them. They know this. This is another way of them stalking you. They don't want to let go. So that's all I have for now. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. It might be untitled until I decide whatever I'm going to title this video. So anyway, if you all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. And I'm sorry for this old awkward view, but thank you for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon.